Alan, Wasalan, I should crown you for viewing. Thank you for still following the Stolen Legacy reading. I thank you. I really do. Thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you. Um, it's wrapping up. As you can see, if you can see, it's really wrapping up. We're about done. To be honest with you, we're about done. I just have to push further. I have to make things a little bit longer, and I really, really, really have to know. I'm giving you the right message. The right message um, that I know the demiurge would like me to give. So once again, you're with the Nasty Pastor. This is another chapter reading from Stolen Legacy. The author is George G.M. James. And like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, put your notifications on. Please, put it on. Come on now, put it on. You got it. Get this education, get this food, get the understanding of your ancestors from a culture that started from brick and mortar. You see, brick and water. You feel what I'm saying? Brick and water, dirt and water. You feel me? Dirt and water, and some very intelligent gods and goddesses from who? The demiurge, from whom we pray to. You feel me? Look, let's get into this. Aristotle, early life and training, and his own list of books, other list of books, doctrines, summary of conclusions, his doctrines, the Library of Alexandria, true sources of his unusual number of books, the discrepancies and doubts in his life. All right, let's get into birth and early life and training. According to the textbooks on the history of Greek philosophy, Aristotle was born in 384 BC at Stagira, a town in Thrace. His father, Neomachus, is said to have been a physician to Amniatus, king of Macedonia. Nothing is mentioned, king of Macedonia. Nothing is mentioned in books about his early education, only that he became an orphan, and at the age of 19 he went to Athens, where he spent 20 years as a pupil of Plato. We are also informed that after the death of Plato, his nephew became the master of his school, and that Aristotle left immediately for Mysia, where he met and married the niece of Hermias. Likewise, that after the death of Amytas of Macedon, his son Philip, having become king, appointed Aristotle as tutor of his son Alexander, a boy of 13 years, later to be called the Great in consequence of his conquest of Egypt. After Philip's assassination in 336 BC, Alexander became king, and we are informed that he immediately planned an Asiatic campaign and included Egypt, during which time Aristotle is said to have returned to Athens and founded a school in a gymnasium called the Lyceum. We are further informed that Aristotle conducted this school for only 12 years, that Alexander the Great advanced him the funds to purchase a large number of books, that his pupils were called peripatetics, and that owing to an incident for impiety brought against him by a priest named Eurymedon, he fled from Athens to Chalcis in Eubea, where he remained in exile until his death in 322 BC. Let's pause right there and let's speak about, let's first figure the meaning of Asiatic. I know what it is, but I want to make sure that I read it off to you so you get it. Because what did he say? He had an Asiatic campaign that he included Egypt in also, right? Asiatic, relating to or deriving from Asia. Asiatic coastal readings. What does going Asiatic means? Crazy, mad, insane. U.S. military slang, crazy, mad, insane. Insane. Originally and chiefly into go Asiatic. What does Asiatic mean in ancient Egypt? Asiatic, plural, Asiatic, dated, noun, sometimes offensive, and Asian, Egyptology, one of the people of ancient Canaan, Syria, and Mesopotamia, a Semite. So you get you understand this right here, because see me growing up, the Asiatic man supposed to have been the black man. You feel me? That's how much information was so wrong with the messages. The information was so wrong when I was growing up. You feel what I'm saying? But it tells you now the Asiatic man was the who? Asians, right? So that means Alexander the Great had an Asiatic conquest where that he went behind him, conquered the Asians first. You understand what I'm saying? Conquered that piece of land first. You get me? And if you really kept up with me, if you have really been following me, did I not explain to you he had to have went backwards first and then went into Egypt? You get me? Across Europe. You get me? Alright. So along his way, along this campaign, he what did he say to himself? Okay, I got the Asians with me. Now let's get this army built up together. Now we're gonna go and conquer Europe. We're gonna conquer Europe. We're gonna have all of them start to what? Conquer Egypt. Bit by bit, there was different cultures coming into Kemet, weakening us until Alexander the Great arrived with their Greek army to do what? Conquer. You feel what I'm saying? Conquer. B, his own list of books. Aristotle is credited with classifying his own writings as follows: the theoretic, whose object is truth, and which included mathematics, physics, theology; the practical, whose object is the useful, and which included ethics, economics, politics; the productive or poetic, whose object is the beautiful, and which included poetry, art, rhetoric. Neither logic nor metaphysics was in the list. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop this reading right here, this part of the chapter reading right here. And I want to say this to you again. We found out that the original birthplace of the Jews is where? Over in Asia. So did Alexander the Great get Asians, or did Alexander the Great get the Jews to come on back and you know what I mean, help with conquering Egypt? You feel me? You get it? Because they're already in Canaan. So once you come out of Europe, you already have Jews aligned with Arabics. You already have Jews aligned with that part of the Middle Eastern part of the world, right? Right? You follow me now, right? You get what I'm really trying to say to you. Do you really get it? Even the Nubians, you understand me? Even the Nubians, which is a black African culture within Africa, within Kemet, went outside of Kemet, went outside of Africa to get a culture to conquer, so they can sit and rule up in Kemet. You feel what I'm saying? You get me? We was most hated upon this rock. and we are the most gifted upon this rock. Wake up and own up to who you are as a Kenite in this world. We may not have a lot of money. We may not have a lot of material items. But what we do have, and I know that we have, as long as we keep a righteous path, we have a covenant with whom we pray to. And sometimes that covenant is not for us to enjoy the fruit of it. It's for us to labor. You understand what I'm saying? To labor. And it's for our descendants to enjoy the fruits of it. Look, once again, you with the Nasty Pastor. Please, like I said, YouTube, Facebook, like, share, subscribe, comment, put your notifications on. It's been another chapter reading from Stolen Legacy. I am the Nasty Pastor. I'm out, and I love you.